What's up, guys? Doc Wheaton here in the BTO Sports Garage. We're going to look at the Motool Slacker Digital Sag Scale today, and I have John, the owner of Motool and the inventor of the Digital Sag Scale, joining me today. John, come on over here, man.
Hey, how you doing, Chris?
How you doing, John?
Good. It's good to see you,
Good
man.
to see you too. So, why is it important to have your suspension set up properly with the sag?
Well, you know, really honestly, the race sag has to do with the posture of the motorcycle, how the chassis sits. It's key to the geometry of the frame, how the bike steers, how it handles in the turns, and overall. So really the first thing you want to do is get your race sag first before you do any clickers or anything. It's something you want to check regularly and also adjust for different track conditions. You know, the pros tend to, that's a measurement. If you watch Roxon, they measure that. That's the last thing they do before he goes out, before every moto. They make sure that sag's on point so the bike's working properly.
Got it, yeah. I remember back in the day having to do this with 3 friends and had to have calculus equations to get my sag set up.
Yep.
With the Motool Slacker Digital Sag Scale, we don't have to do that, correct?
Yeah, no, there's no converting inches to millimeters. You don't need anybody. We've actually got a remote display on the handlebars that replicates the main display. So you can actually sit on the bike in a normal riding position and take your measurement, see the measurement in real time, and then you step off the bike and then you'll see your static sag. That'll tell you if you got the right springs for your weight.
Got it. A demonstration on how this works.
Sure.
Yeah, so right now, what are we doing right now? How would we set this up on the bike first?
Here, I'll show you how to set it up on the bike here. Let's actually pull it off, and I'll just show you the basics so that you can see what's going on with it. So usually when I start with this tool, the key step to this that some people actually miss that don't read the user guide, like the key step they miss, this was developed over a couple years. I worked with Factory Connection, Pro Circuit, Mike Batista over at MB1 to get this measurement to line up with what Factory Connection and the big suspension companies would do, as well as the bike manufacturers. So it's not just a number, it's the right number.
Yeah.
So really the key to that is taking the measurement across the arc of the axle. So the way that I do that is I actually will pinch the cable here and just pinch it at the swing arm pivot and then pinch it again back here at the axle. And then when you swing that up, that gives you the arc of that axle where it would travel. So that's where you're going to put the clip. And then you could also just drill a small hole here. So at that point, really all you've got to do is if the tool is turned off, if you hold the button for 5 seconds, it'll turn off. So you'd start with the tool off. We're going to stick it on. It's got a magnetic mount. It'll pop right on the axle. Then we're going to hook it up and then turn it on. It'll be at 0. And then at that point, all we need to do you mind grabbing that stand for me?
Yeah, I'll grab that stand for you.
Right on. Thanks, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, so right at that point, then we're going to just take a measurement. So there's the static sag is at 38 millimeters. That looks really good. As long as the rider sag's already set up, that means that the spring is a little bit on the stiff side, but in the right range for Destin. And then all we need to do is just have him hop on the bike, and it'll show you the measurement in real time. So it's as easy as that.
Well, why don't we get Destin to come on over here and hop on the bike here?
Sweet.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So,
how you doing, man?
So guys, we got Destin Cantrell here. He's going to hop on the bike.
Yeah, so we'll just give it a bounce and let it settle. So he's at 92, but we don't have any gear. You typically want to do this with a full tank of gas, full gear. So, you know, he's probably in the mid-90s, but it's also fresh suspension. You have a lot of stiction in the shock, and the spring is fresh. So that actually will change as the suspension breaks in. So it's a little stiff right now, but that's to be expected. It's brand new if you can't tell.
Yeah, it's a brand new bike, guys. That's really simple to do. And for you guys out there, that took literally no effort at all, guys. It took no time to do this thing at all. So be sure to visit btosports.com to grab your Motool Slacker Digital Sag Scale. John, I want to thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Again, guys, btosports.com. Grab your Motool Slacker Digital Sag Scale and all your other motorcycle gear, parts, and accessories, guys.